Good day and welcome! Today we're gonna be making a low carb snack, which a lot of you have been asking me about. I love eating snacks. I mean, who doesn't? But you know what? Sometimes because of snacking too much, we tend to gain more weight. That's why I'm so grateful I learned about this low carb chocolate chip cookies. They're so yummy, and it's a bonus that they're low carb. If you don't have an oven, that's not a problem because this is an easy no-bake recipe. Oh, and by the way, just a disclaimer, I'm not a professional cook, a nutritionist, nor a dietitian. I just learned all these through researching online because currently I'm on a low-carb diet journey and I'm still learning. So no more talking. All right, I'm so excited to make this low-carb cookies. Let's just jump right in. For this low-carb recipe, you'll need 70 grams of softened butter, 1/2 cup of stevia, 1 egg, 1/2 teaspoon vanilla extract, 2 cups of almond flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 2/3 cup of dark chocolate chips. Now I just want to give a few information about some of the ingredients I mentioned. First is the stevia. The stevia is a sugar substitute which contains very low calories. You can also use other sugar substitute such as erythritol, monk fruit sweetener, and the like. I like to use the stevia because it's easy to find here in my area. Next is the almond flour. Almond flour is actually just ground almonds, blanched with the skin removed. It is low carb and high fat, so it's very good to use for low carb and keto recipes. Lastly, the dark chocolate chips. You don't really need to use dark chocolate chips here. You can use a normal dark chocolate and chop it. In this case, I'm not even using dark chocolate chips. I'm just using dark chocolate couverture droplets because this is what's available for me. So just use what's available for you too. As long as it's low carb, then that's okay. To start, let's put the almond flour, baking powder, and salt into a bowl. We want to mix all the dry ingredients first, except the stevia. Once done, into another bowl, put the butter and stevia. Then mix them well together. After that, add the egg and vanilla extract. Mix them together one more time before we add the dry ingredients. Once everything is well combined, we can now start combining the wet and dry ingredients gradually. For me, gradually adding the dry ingredients makes it easier to mix. Then we can add the dark chocolate chips and gently fold it in. Now just a tip, make sure to reserve some of the chocolate chips for presentation on top of the cookies at the end. This mixture should create about 15 to 18 cookies. Now, let's cover the bowl and then keep it in the freezer for 10 to 15 minutes. This is to avoid sticky texture when we roll the dough. After removing the dough from the freezer, we're gonna form little balls out of the dough and then press it out to create a cookie shape. You can either press them on a tray or directly in the pan. But I would suggest to directly press it in the pan as it can get sticky if you don't cook it immediately. The best thing I love about this recipe is that you don't need an oven to make it. All you need is a cooking or a frying pan. And I'm sure everyone has their own pan in the kitchen. Now, into the pan, grease it with small amount of oil. You can use a brush if you have, but here I'm just using my fingers because I don't have one. Then you want to preheat the pan over medium heat. just lower the heat before you put the cookie dough, because who wants burnt cookies? So we can finally cover the pan and let it cook for 30 to 45 minutes. I don't know about you guys, but I get super excited whenever I cook this recipe. So I would always watch the cookies grow inside the pan. They're so cute. Once it cooks, you can then transfer it to a cooling rack, a tray, a plate, or whatever you have at home. Then allow it to cool for a couple of minutes. Finally, you can now savor your delicious chocolate chip cookies. It's low carb, keto, and a very wholesome snack that anyone will enjoy. Whether you're in a low carb diet, keto diet or not, kids or adults alike, you will really love this. Oh, this is just me showing you how the cookies are. They're so good, and you won't even believe that they're low carb too. I'm really looking forward to see you guys create this recipe, and if you do, make sure to tag me on Instagram. Now, I'm curious to know and see in the comment section below if you guys are also trying to lose weight. What realizations do you have, or maybe you can share to me? Tips and tricks maybe? I'm so excited to have some chit chat with you guys, so I'll see you down there. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in my next video. They're so good. Sure. Okay, bye guys.